Morning students, this is class 12th maths lecture 2nd of chapter 2nd inverse trigonometric functions. Today we will discuss exercise 2.1. So question first is to find the principal value of sine inverse minus 1 by 2. Now see, either you can do it by taking this as y, or we can write it as sine inverse. In place of see this minus 1 by 2, I can write down minus sine pi by 6, because sine pi by 6 is nothing but 1 by 2 only. Now sine inverse this minus sine pi by 6 can be written as sine minus pi by 6, right? And sine inverse sine x is equal to x if x lies in the principal value branch. That is, if x lies from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, then we can write this sine inverse sine x as equal to x. Now here this minus pi by 6 lies in this range, therefore this can be written as minus pi by 6, right? Therefore principal value of this will be minus pi by 6. Or you can do by this way. In question number 2nd, again we have to find the principal value of cos inverse root 3 by 2. So taking this complete as equal to y, root 3 by 2 will be cos y. Now root 3 by 2 is the value of cos at pi by 6. Therefore y is equal to pi by 6. Why? Because you can see pi by 6 lies in the principal value branch of cos inverse function, right? Which is from 0 to pi. Therefore y will be pi by 6. In question number 3rd, cosecant inverse 2 is given. So take it as equal to y. 2 will be cosecant y, and the value of 2 is at cosecant pi by 6, and pi by 6 lies in the principal value branch of cosecant inverse function. Therefore y will be pi by 6. Always check if this angle lies in the principal value branch or not. Now question number 4th is tan inverse minus root 3. Take it as equal to y. So minus root 3 will be tan y. Now tan y is equal to minus root 3 can be written as tan pi by 3. And this minus tan x can be written as tan of minus x, right? But before comparing y equal to this, check if this lies in the principal value branch or not. So principal value branch of tan inverse is open interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, and this minus pi by 3 lies in this range. Therefore principal value of this will be minus pi by 3. Next is cos inverse minus 1 by 2 is, take it as equal to y. So cos y will be minus 1 by 2. This minus 1 by 2 can be written as minus cos pi by 3. Now this can be written as cos of pi minus pi by 3, right? Because at pi cos will remain cos. This angle lies in the second quadrant and cos is negative at the second quadrant, so minus will come, right? So writing this as equal to this, which is cos 2 pi by 3. Now y is equal to cos 2 pi by 3, or the principal value of this is 2 pi by 3 because it lies in the range of principal value branch. Question number 9th is cos inverse minus 1 by root 2. Take it as equal to y. So cos y will be this, which is equal to minus cos pi by 4. Again writing this as cos pi minus pi by 4, which is cos 3 pi by 4. And this lies in the range of PVB, that is principal value branch. Therefore y will be 3 pi by 4. Question number 10th is cosecant inverse minus root 2. Take it as equal to y. So cosecant y will be minus root 2, and this can be written as minus cosecant pi by 4. Now minus cosecant x is cosecant of minus x. Therefore y will be minus pi by 4. Now in question number 12, cos inverse 1 by 2 plus 2 sin inverse 1 by 2. We have to find the value of this. So either you can find the value of this and sin inverse 1 by 2 taking them as equal to y, or you can simply know that 1 by 2, the value 1 by 2 is the equal to cos pi by 3 plus 2 sine inverse as it is, this 1 by 2 is equal to sine pi by 6. Here because outside it is sine inverse, so I am using sine, and here it is cos inverse. So write down this 1 by 2 in terms of cos, right? Now this pi by 3 lies in the range of principal value branch. Therefore this cos inverse cos x can be written as just as x, that is pi by 3, plus 2 into this will become pi by 6. So this will be equal to 2 pi by 3. In question number 13, sine inverse x is given equal to y and they have asked the range of the y. Now you know sine inverse function is from -1 to 1. This is the domain and the range is this. So whenever we take any value of x from this domain, y will be between this range, right? So the option B is correct. Y is from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 with the closed brackets. Now question number 14th is to find the value of tan inverse root 3 minus secant inverse minus 2. Now at 10 pi by 3, the value of root 3 is equal to 10 pi by 3. So in place of root 3 I can write 10 pi by 3, and tan inverse of 10 pi by 3 will be pi by 3 minus this we can calculate secant inverse minus 2, take it as y. So secant y is minus 2, which can be written as minus secant of pi by 3, right? And this can be written as secant of pi minus pi by 3. So y will be equal to 2 pi by 3. When you will subtract these, you will get minus pi by 3 as the answer. Now see, the next question is to find sine inverse of sine 3 pi by 5. Now I have already told you that sine inverse of sine x will be equal to x if x belongs to the principal value branch, right? Now here this 3 pi by 5 does not belong in this range. Therefore first of all we will make some changes in the angle, right? Now sine 3 pi by 5 can be written as sine pi minus 3 pi by 5, because at pi sine will remain sine, and also this angle lies in the second quadrant where sine is positive. So you will get sine 3 pi by 5 only, right? Therefore sine 3 pi by 5 can be written as sine pi minus 3 pi by 5. Now this is 2 pi by 5, and 2 pi by 5 you can see lies now in this range, right? Therefore sine inverse sine 3 pi by 5 is equal to sine inverse. Now in place of this I can write sine 2 pi by 5, and because this 2 pi by 5 lies in this range, this will be equal to 2 pi by 5. Exercise 2.2 has been deleted from your syllabus, so we will not do that. Also from miscellaneous we will do only 2 questions, question first and question number second. Except question first and second, cut the rest of the questions from the miscellaneous also, right? Now I am explaining you question number second of miscellaneous. So in question number second it is given to find the value of tan inverse tan 7 pi by 6. Now tan inverse of tan x will be equal to x only if x belongs to the principal value branch of tan inverse function, which is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. But you can see this angle does not belongs to this range. Therefore we will have to make some changes. That is why writing this tan 7 pi by 6 as tan pi plus pi by 6. You have to make such changes so that now the angle which you will get lies in the range of PVB, right? So writing this tan 7 pi by 6 as tan pi plus pi by 6. This will be equal to tan pi by 6, right? Because at pi 10 will remain 10, and because this is the pi plus something, so this angle lies in third quadrant, and in third quadrant tan and cot are positive, so it will be tan pi by 6. So now this given tan inverse tan 7 pi by 6 will be equal to tan inverse tan pi by 6, and because this pi by 6 lies in this range, therefore it will be equal to pi by 6, right? So your homework is you have to do question first and second of miscellaneous. Question second I have already told you. Question first you have to do and then prepare for the test of chapter 2nd and chapter 8th.